You serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour, a show where we like to find new ways to kill some time. He's Nick Bright.
And he's Marcus Bronzy.
At the start of every show, we talk about something that you can kill some time with. Sometimes it's something that's an appy kind of thing, a gamey kind of thing. Sometimes it's a day out. Today, it's bass.
How low can you go?
Bass.
How low can you go?
Bass.
How low can you go?
Nick and I are bass addicts.
Yeah.
More bass. There's always more bass, right? Whatever we do, if it's audio based, see what I did there?
Yeah.
We like more bass. And
even if it's food, you can technically bass a turkey, can't you?
Bruv, and if you're going to get fish, I want the sea bass.
Yeah.
AKA the sea bass.
Bass.
So yeah, you can bass a turkey. You get me? What else can you do with bass? You can have a buttery biscuit base.
Yeah, if I buy a house, it's got to have a basement.
Hey, trust me, a basement. Yeah, get me. Where are you based?
Yeah, yeah.
Get me.
What else? We've run out of bass puns.
So yeah, we've been sent something called a Basslet.
Okay.
What happens when you add bass to a bracelet? You get a Basslet.
I would love to know how the creative process for this Basslet came about. Who went, really love listening to my music in my headphones, and the thing that I love the most is the bass in my ears. It's so good. It improves the music so much. Do you know what it's really missing though? Some vibration on my wrist. Whilst the bass is happening in my ears, I really want some epic vibration on my wrist.
Well, Nick, to answer that question, it's low felt. We've tried something called the sub. Let's digress a bit. We tried something called a sub pack before in the show, How to Kill an Hour, and that's a rucksack that you put on that carries bass. Sub pack obviously should make sense. So me and Nick have tried that out, and that's we really enjoyed that. And I'd say that this is the more portable version. You can get a bit of bass on your wrist, and it uses haptic technology, the same stuff that makes your iPhone click. You've got an iPhone 7. Your home screen button isn't actually clicking, it's haptics, like little vibrations.
Yeah, same as my Apple Watch. And
exactly.
It's mad. The mad thing about the iPhone is if you don't believe what Marcus just said, because it does feel like a button, it does feel like
you believe it's a button.
Yeah. Turn your phone off. Obviously, if you're listening to this, maybe wait until the pod's finished. Yeah. But turn your phone off if you've got an iPhone 7 and try and press the button.
Yeah.
I was like, it's broken. Like, what's going on? And it's because the phone's off. It doesn't click. It's not a button.
There's no click. So this uses a similar sort of technology, and it's got something called a low sound engine in it, and they call it HD haptics. But long story short, your wrist vibrates alongside your music. How does it work? You plug in a little connector, a little box Nick has got in his hand right now, which goes between where your headphone jack is and the hole that it plugs into. It kind of connects. You put the Basslet on your wrist and turn it on and get some bass with your tunes. Yeah. I tried it. I liked it. I like bass. Apparently I've seen people online saying you can have two, so you can hook up two Basslets, have one on your left hand, one on your right hand, and you've got bassy wrists.
Strap around your forehead.
Straight bass.
Ankles. Bass all over the place.
What I was really thinking, and this isn't what it's designed for, is that in the box you get something which helps you take off the straps and replace them for other ones. I was thinking, what if I took off the straps and put the Basslet in my girl's knickers and played slow jams?
Yeah.
I would be in control of some musical greatness.
Yeah.
I'd pick a nice bassy, like a Barry White. Oh yeah. Do.
I'd just, if it was me, I'd go one step further than you. No slow jams. If the Basslet was in my girlfriend's knickers, I would just download a sine wave. Not even just a sine wave. Yeah, sub bass sound effect and just loop it for an hour. Intense, bruv.
Crazy. Well, that's not what the Basslet's made for. It's made for walking down the street, having some bass on your wrist. I kind of like it, man. I always like a bit of bass. I don't wear a watch anyway because I think I got the time on my phone. I had a bit of fun with it. Is it a necessary thing that you need? No. Is it a bit of fucking fun? Yes.
Yeah.
For me.
It's definitely not a necessity, is it? I mean, whoever said, I really need bass on my wrists? Can't get by without it.
Yeah. But it's good though. It is good to listen to a couple hip hop tunes and feel the bass on your wrist. One thing that I'd like to see an improvement on, though, is that it don't work with Bluetooth headphones as far as I know at the moment.
Which is a little bit annoying, because if you've got an iPhone 7, you have to put the bloody extender thing in, and it's just, that whole extender situation gets on my fucking nerves anyway.
The umbilical cord.
Yeah.
The umbilical cord. A bit of a fucking annoying thing. But yeah, that's the Basslet, man. Check that out at howtokillanhour.com/blog.
Links in the description as well, innit?
Obviously.
Obvi.
Obviously. Now, Nick, this will be in the description as well. Nick, you mentioned something to me which I can't believe I was so ignorant to IKEA hacking. Can you please just break down what IKEA hacking is again?
IKEA hacking is it's a website called IKEA Hacks, and basically they teach you how to buy certain bits of furniture in IKEA and hack them, so turn them into things that they weren't intended for. Improve them, some might say. So an example that I can give you, because I've got one in my living room at the moment, is you can't buy a dedicated DJ stand in IKEA. It's impossible. You can't buy one.
Yeah.
But you can buy all the components to make one, and they just teach you how to do it and tell you exactly what components to buy, and it's step by step. It's a really sick website, man. How
was it like for you actually making it? Was it easy, hard, or was it?
Yeah, it's easy. You follow the regular instructions to build the stuff to where it needs to be, and then like IKEA Hacks gives you the rest. Like the only thing that we had to do was drill a few holes in the top of a unit so that we could attach a shelf to the top of it. So it's got like a floating shelf on the top, so you can put your speakers and your laptop on the top, and the decks sit underneath. The decks and mixer go underneath.
Sick. That's sick. That's sick. And it's pretty easy though.
And cheap as well, because you'll find that a lot of the stuff that they teach you how to hack, to buy a DJ stand, which essentially is just a table. But if you go to websites which sell specialist DJ stands, they're mad expensive. And I was just like, I ain't doing that. I'm not buying a mad expensive DJ stand, especially because I touch my decks probably like once a year. Like,
do you still just go for a mix once in a while?
Never.
It's like,
but it's like me saying to you, do you ever just go for a drive?
Nah.
You used to though, innit?
Yeah,
exactly.
Of course. I used to go for a drive. Where are you going? Round the ends.
Round the ends. Man's just going for a drive.
Yeah.
What? Like, when was the last time you did that? Now it's like, man ain't going out for a drive. I got the parking space.
Yeah. Like, I think every time I get a new car, that's when I go for a drive. And you know what I do? Pull over, press all the buttons, break the radio, make it work again, press all the buttons, drive around a bit more, press all the other buttons, open the boot, close it, lock the doors.
It's the same as like if you buy a new DJ setup though. Yeah. If you bought a new, brand new CDJs or brand new mixer or whatever, you'll fuck around with it then, because you're like, oh my God, brand new, blah, blah, blah. But then after a while, you're like, yeah, it's just there, innit?
Yeah, it's just something. But with this IKEA hacking, people are taking it as with hacking. Well, it's the usual with hacking. People take it to a level like a functional level, and then people take it way too far. So these are some other things that have been hacked with IKEA furniture.
Go on.
Someone's made a guitar.
Right.
Out of a table and some strings.
Why?
Somebody's made a kid's raincoat from the IKEA bag. We'll put a picture of this up on the How to Kill an Hour Twitter. That's amazing, man. That's craft work. That's the sort of craft work we ain't seen since World War II. Yeah? That's craft work.
You look like a tramp.
You know, it's safe because you'd be able to hear the kid if they're running away or when they're coming, because you hear
crispy, bruv.
Crispy. Somebody's made some pretty cool computer desks as well. Super skinny desk for Max. A hidden potty in a chair. Somebody's made a loo. So it's a chair, but you can lift up a flap and do a shit in it. Maybe good for maybe good if you're going to a festival, I'd say. People have made obvious things like beds, sewing tables, kids' desks. I think my favourite thing has to be the raincoat. But yeah, all sorts of... Somebody's made a table where they've cut holes in it and put baby seats in so their kids don't go anywhere when they're eating.
No, they've put the babies in there. They stay there forever.
Oh, they just live... Is that where they live now?
Yeah, they bought them in IKEA.
They have to grow out of it. Somebody's even made a USB stick holder out of a toy that you get from IKEA. I'm loving the levels.
How many USB sticks do you have?
I only have one now. I try to only have one.
Same.
And I want it to be as small as possible. In fact, my USB stick, I'm very proud of the size of it. And this is you don't often hear men being proud about things being really small. It's this one that I've got from ScanDisk. It's absolutely tiny. It's 128
Yeah, I've seen it.
gigs. Have you held it
I
before?
bought one of those for my girlfriend, the exact same one.
It's literally the same size as the actual USB plug, and I'm like,
It's like the size of your nail, basically.
yeah. Either your finger, or your thumb, your nail. That's what I've got. But anyway, IKEA hacks. Thank you for sharing that with us, Nick. And if you ever want to make some furniture, like for DJing, or maybe you want a chair that you can shit in, go to IKEA hacks. It's on point, mate. Try it out. I like it very much. Very good. So, Elon Musk. He made the Tesla car.
Yeah.
Also owns the Hyperloop. The Hyperloop. That's going to give us high speed travel.
Ages
East
away,
Coast
though.
to West Coast.
It's flipping ages away.
Yeah, well, we'll see it soon.
They need to hurry up, man. I want that now.
I want it yesterday.
Yeah.
He's also behind SpaceX, a US private rocket company, who are going to launch 2 private citizens into space and send them around the moon. Elon Musk has said that they've already paid their significant deposit, and this is the first time we're going into space towards the moon for 45 years. Now, I've got a few questions about this. One, would you be keen on doing this, Nick?
Not for me.
Okay.
Is the clear, concise answer.
2, I'm really starting to think that there was no moon landing.
Really? Why?
Because how's it taken 45 years for us to go back there? I've said this on the show before. Everywhere we can go as a human race, we kind of end up living there. Someone lives there. Every part of the world. There's not a part of the world that people don't go, fuck it, let's move there.
Yeah, but I mean, I hear what you're saying, but the moon, if you're saying why hasn't someone tried to live on the moon, I mean, the lack of oxygen might be a factor.
Yeah.
The fact that there's not proper, gravity. I mean, there is, but it's not like here. There's plenty of factors that would make it really difficult to kind of just go, you know what? I'm going to go and fucking live on the moon. Yeah. The fact you need a spaceship to go anywhere. There's no Tesco there, is there? You can't pop down Starbucks on the moon.
Hey, that would be good, innit? Starbucks on the moon. That would be good brand.
Can you imagine? Branding. Do you want a crater latte?
Yeah. Crater latte, please. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'll have some rocket fuel espresso, please. But yeah, I just feel like at some point this would have happened over the last 45 years. A big ass company with loads of money would have put an advertisement on the moon, like McDonald's or Coca-Cola would have just put a sign on the moon. Bruv, it's always there on the. Imagine that. You look up. It's a romantic day, a romantic night in Italy. You look up at the moon while you're having your pizza paella with your missus, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I'd love a cherry Coke right now.
Really fancy a Macca's whilst you're in a romantic setting with your missus.
Yes, that would be the best advertising deal ever.
Something tells me that, yes, a company would absolutely love to do that. And one like Coca-Cola or McDonald's, who are, 2 of the biggest companies in the world. But on the flip side of that, morality kicks in, and if the moon was just covered in a giant golden arches, McDonald's M, people would be like, what the fuck's this all about? Like, people would be unhappy about it. It's ruining a natural beauty to advertise. Because this is the thing with advertising. People got to be careful, because the consumers aren't as dumb as people think. Like, some are, don't get me wrong, some people are well dumb. But some people get onto shit, and they get onto shit really quickly. So I reckon there'd be people out there that if they saw McDonald's had advertised on the moon, they'd boycott McDonald's, because they'd go, that's fucking dead. McDonald's are trying to make us all buy their burgers or whatever, even though they are delicious burgers, I'm not going to lie. I mean, they're probably not the best quality burgers. They're no, I don't know, Burger King. I couldn't think of a better one.
In-N-Out burger.
No, but it's all subjective though, isn't it? Like Five Guys is delicious. There's one over here in the UK called Byron Burger. I'm not that much of a big fan of Byron. Prefer Five Guys. You've been to Honest Burger?
I've not. What's Honest Burger like?
I've never been to Honest Burger either. I was going to ask you.
We'll try it out. Yeah. Kill some time with Honest Burger.
I've never been to In-N-Out. I know you have. But it's only on the west coast of America. That's only the problem. On the west.
In-N-Out, I've got to say, best burgers I've ever had.
Why is it only on the west coast?
I don't know. It might be to do with produce.
Shit is so annoying. Because the west coast is far from the UK, you know.
Yeah, it's the furthest part for us. I'm going to go America. East Coast is White Castle, apparently. The Square
White
Burgers.
Castle's shit.
Is it dead? Is it the Square Burgers? Am I right?
Yeah.
Square. Shit.
I've been New York and Miami. When I went New York, no In-N-Out Burger. I went Shake Shack, even though we got Shake Shack.
We've got Shake Shack, yeah.
Like, and then I was disappointed because of that. And then last year I went to Miami and I was like, boy, hope they have an In-N-Out Burger in Miami. Man, touchdown in Miami. Nope. No In-N-Out Burger in Miami either. But I went Five Guys, even though they got Five Guys here. So I had five. It was cool though, because in America, Five Guys is mad cheap. Mad cheap. Whereas in the UK, it's fucking expensive.
It's pricey here. Brexit.
In the UK, like, I reckon Americans, when they come to the UK and they go Five Guys, because that's what happens, isn't it? When you go on holiday somewhere and you see something familiar, you're like, oh, let's just check it out, blah, 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 go in there, see what it's like. Americans probably come here, go Five Guys and have a heart attack. Not from the delicious, fat-filled food, but from the fucking cost of paying for it. It's ridiculous.
And remember, when you're changing your dollars down, they're turning into pounds, so your dollars are getting less. So you're paying even more.
But to be fair, they're getting more, aren't they? They're getting more pounds now for their dollars. That's how it works, right?
Better, yeah. But still money becomes less. Like if you turn dollars into English, it still goes.
Yeah, no, it goes down. But what I mean is they're getting more pounds now for their dollars.
Indeed, they are.
All that currency shit is confusing as hell. Like I start getting lost.
But In-N-Out Burger, yes.
In-N-Out Burger, and back to the space launch.
All right, so advertising, right? That's one thing. Now, are you trying to tell me now in the last 45 years, no military power has gone, fuck it, let's put a nuke up there in case anyone fucks with us? Yeah, we can just say we've got a nuke on the moon. It will fucking come for you. A nuke of all nukes. You want to fuck with us and blow us up? We've put a special like setting on our nuke. If we suddenly all die, you're all getting nuked.
I think that somebody could potentially do that. I got two things. One, there's no way that somebody could launch a rocket into space and like other people wouldn't know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, North Korea, they are popular at the moment in the press to talk about. But if they launched a rocket into space, America would know about it instantly.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Secondly, and this is just my conspiracy theory one that I'm just going to throw out there. What if someone already does have that on the moon? They don't want to tell you. You know what I mean? Mind blown. Hits blunt.
So what if the first ever moon landing wasn't just the landing?
They were putting a fucking nuclear bomb up there.
It was a drop-off.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you don't know.
In the last 45 years, you're trying to tell me no one's even gone up there for a look?
They might have. We don't know. They'd keep it secret.
Why not? What's up there that they're hiding from us? What could there be?
The big nuclear missile.
And what else? But you know, wouldn't they? I don't know.
That's what the face on the moon is. Trying to warn us.
It's a nuke that got blown up. It's a blown up. I don't know. I just feel like surely you would have at least gone back there once, just to have a look. Well, check the flag's all right.
You know, it's like sometimes when you go on holiday, if it's good, you go back. If it's shit, you don't. You know.
Oh, so you think they went there and they're like, it's cold.
It's dead here, man.
There's no atmosphere. Yeah. Atmosphere was terrible.
Fucking dead. They ain't even got a Starbucks. I'm out of here.
Haven't even got proper gravity. Haven't got a start. Fuck them.
Can't breathe.
Fuck this. We are out of here. Okay, so Elon Musk is sending a couple of people out to space, though. The cost of it, I've heard loads of stuff. Apparently, the cost of a seat on Richard Branson's space
Virgin Galactic,
that's it, is only $250,000.
Oh, only?
But for, well, you know, light work. But apparently, I can't find the cost. I've been looking for it because I keep seeing loads of different prices. I've heard on the radio yesterday it was like 40 mil or something like that. 80 mil.
But it could be. Firstly, the first thing is it's more exclusive.
Yeah.
There's only two, right?
Yeah.
And Virgin Galactic is going to be basically a spacecraft full of people.
Yeah.
And the second thing is apparently Virgin Galactic's only going to take you out beyond the Earth's atmosphere or something, isn't it? Whereas this one's planning to take you to the moon. So it's like there'll be a lot more cost involved with this one than there would be, because basically Richard Branson's one is just an aeroplane that goes a little bit higher.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So if you went to space, what would be the first thing you did if you were on the moon? If you made it there?
Shit my pants. Like, I'd hate to go to space, bruv. Like, I don't get the obsession with wanting to go there. I'm too scared. I hate going on a plane. I don't want to go even higher. You know what I mean?
Weightlessness, though, that would be cool.
What, and then man just floats away into like the eternal abyss.
What about doing something like banging in space? That would be good though. That could be amazing.
Yeah,
Weightless banging.
Not if she's a squirter.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It'd be everywhere.
It'd be raining.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't. It'd be fucking floating off.
Yeah, you could swim through the rain. You could swim through the squirtage.
I'd be like, Steve, grab that. That's me waters. Just like, and then after he grabs it, let him know. Not really.
Because in space they like drink with like globules of water. You're like, hey Steve, I just poured you an orange juice. I poured you an apple juice, mate. There you go.
The only thing is, I was thinking about this. You know, like when they're on the International Space Station, there's not proper gravity on there as well because they're all floating and shit.
Yeah.
And there was all stories about how they go toilet, and people were talking about that and blah, blah. They have to do like special things, and it's like a vacuum. What about if they're having a space wank? Do they have to do it down the vacuum as well?
Space sock. Got a space sock.
The space sock is floating off as well. The crusty space sock. Leave it.
You got to know that even without gravity, the trusty old wank in a sock. Yeah, or you have a posh wank. You heard of a posh wank? You put a condom on.
Yeah.
You have a posh wank. That's it. And you know what? That is what I'd do. I'd make sure I knocked one out.
Where does that go though? The condom.
You just put a knot in it and just throw it in it.
Humans are the worst. That is what we'd be like.
Steve, catch!
Humans are the worst. We would literally throw it out the window, wouldn't we, into space? Like, what am I going to do with this? Can't let anyone know I've had a wank. I'll just throw it out the window.
Oh, flip it out. And on that note, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. He's been Nick Bryant.
He's been Marcus Bronzy.
And if there's anything you can take away from this show, it's that even in a non-gravity atmosphere, a zero-gravity atmosphere, wanking in a sock's still cool.
Trusty.